I was approached in 2012 from Hugo Boss, possibly becoming the artistic director. The new vision of Boss Women's Wear really exciting. I thought it was a really good project for me to embark. Well, I think that's when I really decided I wanted to join the company, was when I visited the campus. We call it the campus in Metzing. You arrive and there's, a lot of greenery, trees, land. And then, in the middle of it are sort of 10 all-glass modernist buildings that are, I thought that was kind of really the starting point where the whole collection came from, was that idea of nature versus architecture. And then I think you can really see that influence right down to our first show in February, where literally the show venue itself was a recreation of the Hugo Boss campus. I think the women's wear collection, the Boss Women's Wear collection, is quite young, and I think what I bring to it is a distinct point of view that is quite feminine and wearable and modern. I never looked at the runway and real life as two separate things, and I really like the idea of incorporating the dream and the bigger ideas of fashion, incorporating that into our daily lives. And I think with the first Boss Women's Wear collection I've created, all the pieces could be snagged straight off the runway and be worn, because it should feel real, but it can feel inspirational and beautiful at the same time. It's interesting you mentioned the two names, because I thought Edie Campbell was the perfect face for Boss, my first collection for Boss Women's Wear, because she just feels like the embodiment of the modern woman. So I think in many ways that felt like the very right face for Boss. But at the same time, on the other hand, the Boss woman is not just one person. I think different iterations of her, and I thought Stella Tennant closing the show, and there's something quite handsome and quite striking, but there was nothing masculine about it. It felt really feminine, but it felt really cool also in a whole different way, because that felt like the two very strong iterations of the Boss Women's Wear that I wanted to create, and that it is versatile, but there is that sense of command and confidence that you get in two very different ways. Strength and confidence is very important, because I think that's something that's quite well known for Boss Menswear, and there's a certain power that comes through the clothes, and it comes through the person, and I wanted to translate that into the women's wear in a way that still felt completely feminine. And people ask me what the difference is designing my own label and designing for Hugo Boss. The difference is really, with my own collection, it's very personal, it's my aesthetic, it's very romantic. And with Boss, it's not about creating a Jason Wu collection at Hugo Boss, it's about me channeling all the best qualities of the company. In that way, I think it's always important to respect the brand DNA. I think I've been training to be a fashion designer my whole life, and I think in different ways, and maybe sometimes in ways I don't realize. But yeah, I think definitely I wanted to be a fashion designer my entire life, and I think when my mom bought me my first sewing machine, it kind of sealed the deal. I think that's when my love affair with fashion really begun. Up to today, it's still very much deeply rooted in what I do, is the craftsmanship, and that's true for my own brand, and it's very true for Boss, and done very differently.